What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity. I hope you guys are doing well. As we inch closer to the end of the Modern Warfare 3 beta, I think it needs to be brought up. I think it needs to be said, but Sledgehammer Games has done something special here with Modern Warfare 3. Now, I don't believe it's a perfect game. I don't think it's going to be the best game ever, but it's good enough for right now. It's a good starting point, and I'm very curious to see what Sledgehammer Games has in store for us for the rest of the year. For once, I actually believe that Sledgehammer will be putting us in a good spot. And that's really nice to say, because I didn't have a lot of hope. I didn't have a lot of faith in Sledgehammer going into this year. I really thought they were going to let us down. But it's clear from the short time that I've spent with the Modern Warfare 3 beta that they actually put some passion behind this project, that they put some effort here, that they had a vision and they were able to follow through with it. And that's fantastic. The other thing that I have to give kudos to Sledgehammer for is the fact that they're actually trying to connect with this community again. They want to build a relationship that has been eroded away after consistent negligence and alienation from past developers. Heck, even Sledgehammer committed this alienation a few years ago when they were handling Vanguard. But now it seems as if Sledgehammer has a new outlook on this Call of Duty franchise. They have a fresh take here with Modern Warfare 3. And honestly, I wanted Modern Warfare 2 to be a love letter to the original MW2 from 2009, the game that I poured 50 plus days into of my life. But it wasn't that, and that's what hurt me so much. But it feels as if Modern Warfare 3 has picked up that slack, and they are writing their own love letter to the original Call of Duty trilogy. And it's special. The gameplay's fun. It's enjoyable. Now, is it my favorite game? No. Is it something that I believe is worth $70? I still don't know. I'm juggling with that idea still. But it is a great improvement over what we received last year. I think I'm just still bitter for spending money on MW2 because it was such a massive disappointment last year. With that being said, though, all of this positivity, all of this optimism is all carried behind the hope that Activision doesn't screw this up. Because as much as I want to believe in Sledgehammer Games, as much as I want to trust them, and as much as I love the fact that they are trying to mend this relationship between the community and Call of Duty, the reason why it is so broken is because of Activision. They ruined SM2. They ruined X Labs. They even went after Fortnite creators for making creative maps that resembled Call of Duty maps. Activision's the problem here. And while Activision was recently acquired by Microsoft and that deal is now finalized, I don't know if it's going to have a ripple effect for the remainder of Modern Warfare 3 or if we're going to see more Microsoft influence in the next Black Ops title. So I am fearful that with Activision at the head of this project, that it's still going to be greedy. It's still going to be money hungry. It's still going to put money and revenue above experience. It's not going to give players the incentive to play. It's not going to give players the desire to play. Skill-based matchmaking is still a massive impediment for many in this community. It's one of the biggest hot-button issues and will always be until it gets acknowledged or until it gets talked about or until it gets fixed. But expecting Activision to do any of that is one of the most naive tasks I think I could ever expect from them. They're not going to be transparent when it comes to skill-based matchmaking. For whatever reason, it's this boogeyman that the community has created themselves. Even though other games can acknowledge that there is skill-based matchmaking, for whatever reason, Activision and Call of Duty want to stay silent on it. And honestly, it's a silent killer for their game, because players do get frustrated by it. Players do feel like it is a massive impediment. Myself included. I'm not the only one here. Normally when I talk about skill-based matchmaking, other people rejoice. Because again, it's getting acknowledged, something that Activision won't do. Now, maybe this will all change under Microsoft. I don't know. I'm not holding my breath, though. But again, there's so much potential here with Modern Warfare 3. There is a game with a solid foundation, with good bones. And I'm just so hopeful that Activision doesn't find a way to screw it all up. Find a way to make the experience worse for its community. I want a really solid experience for Modern Warfare 3. I want this to be one of the best games. I want it to be the love letter to the franchise, as it should be. It's a game that is holding the moniker of one of the most popular, one of the most profitable, one of the most recognizable franchises of all time. And frankly, it needs to live up to that. I didn't feel that Modern Warfare 2019 lived up to having the Modern Warfare moniker. MW2 most certainly did not live up to the Modern Warfare 2 name that it had. But Modern Warfare 3 is an opportunity to live up to that entire trilogy. And what we have is we have a game that's built off of passion, built from developers that took time to create something special instead of just creating something for the sole hope of gaining a bonus at the end of the month or whatever it might be that Activision gives them. They wanted to create something they could be proud of. And yes, the developers over at Sledgehammer should be proud of Modern Warfare 3 because what you've created is an opportunity for a revitalization of this franchise, an opportunity to connect the community with the developers again and reignite that passion that lives in all of us when it comes to this franchise. You're watching a YouTube video based on a video game. That's crazy. That means you care. That means you love this franchise as much as I do, as much as so many others in this community. That's something that's special. And unfortunately, that love, that loyalty has been taken advantage of for the last several years. And it feels as if this was the first time in a while that it's been acknowledged. And that for once we're actually going to get something that's built for us, that is taking our feedback into consideration and is being made better because of what we are saying. It's such a nice shift from what we saw in Modern Warfare 2, where we saw a game that was constantly telling us that we were wrong, that they were right, that they knew what was best for their game. And instead, we're getting a development team that's saying, hey, we know it's not a perfect game. We know that our vision is only made better by you guys. So it's just a breath of fresh air. And at the same time, things are actually getting done. We're not being ignored. We're not being alienated, and it's just a nice change of pace. And I hope because of this, that this relationship mends and that they build upon it and they work directly with us. I'm not saying directly me or you necessarily, but definitely the big voices in the community, some of the big streamers out there, and make it worth their while to play. Make it feel as if that their feedback and their opinions matter. The pro players have felt as if they've been left out to pasture in favor of casual players that spend more money, and doesn't really make any sense. These are the professional players that play your game. Listen to them. They put more time in than anyone else. Their communities are larger than the casuals. Let them help make your game better. Let the community help make your game better. And in turn, we can all benefit and reap the rewards of a positive community environment and a positive game, a developer that is happy with the product that they are working on. I don't think the people over at Infinity Ward were happy with the MW2 product, but they had to continue to churn out content because they needed to make sure the revenue machine was churning. And this year, it feels as if the content is something that Sledgehammer is passionate about because, hey, you can feel it when you play the game. I think we're in for a good one this year. At least I hope so. Like, I think we need it. I think the Call of Duty community needs a win, and it just needs to not be impeded by Activision. Activision needs to get their greedy little fingers out of there. They need to stop trying to make SBMM stricter and stricter and stricter and just let the game breathe on its own. Let it live. Let it prosper on its own instead of being restricted by the shackles of Activision. But that's all that I have to say today. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what is going to be the biggest reason why Modern Warfare 3 isn't a success down below in that comment section. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.